Beth and Rip's The Dutton Ranch introduced new characters and spoiled its own plot to us by bringing Chicago to Texas in a surprising move. And we need to talk about it. If you didn't know, The Dutton Ranch had a pretty interesting filming day in Dallas, which revealed a lot of new details about the highly expected new series. Instead of shooting in Chicago for a scene that's supposed to be set in downtown Chicago, the team transformed the KPMG Plaza at Hall Arts into a full-on Windy City backdrop. On Monday, from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., the crew shut down Crockett Street between Ross Avenue and the Hall Arts Center parking garage so they could set everything up. There was also on and off traffic control on Ross Avenue between North Pearl and Leonard, depending on when the cameras were rolling. According to the traffic control plan that the Dallas Morning News got their hands on, they had trucks and trailers parked near Ross Avenue and Ruth Street that morning. People even spotted crew members walking around with props, including someone casually carrying a deer, which makes me very much curious about the details in this show, because I don't know about you guys, but personally, I can't imagine a deer in downtown Chicago, even if this is a Yellowstone show. According to the reports, the crew has been pretty quiet about what exactly they were shooting, but Legacy Casting posted a call saying they needed extras for a downtown Chicago scene. If you follow Sheridan's productions, you might know that Rio Paloma has been the placeholder name for Dutton Ranch. While they film extras were told they needed to show up on November 17th in Dallas and bring their own really sharp-looking suits. So whatever they filmed, it was definitely a more polished city vibe. Of course, the reason why we are all curious about these shoots is because Dutton Ranch picks up right after the emotional end of Yellowstone. The story digs into how Beth and Rip protect their land, face off against whatever new threats roll their way, and raise Carter into the man he's meant to become. And honestly, the idea of seeing them as parents again really gets me in the feelings. Carter has grown into this mini Rip, and now Rip gets to guide him in a way he never got as a kid. Considering how hard Rip's own childhood was, watching him raise another young man is going to be extremely emotional. On top of that, Rip is basically stepping into John Dutton's role for Carter, which is wild because Carter always admired John so deeply. It feels like this show is positioning Carter as the future of Yellowstone, and I'm honestly so ready for that. And what's wild is how quickly Sheridan's entire TV universe has expanded into North Texas. Ever since he opened a huge production hub there earlier this summer, it feels like every one of his shows has been popping up in the region. Dutton Ranch, Lioness, Landman, all of them have filmed in Texas recently. It's like Sheridan is building his own TV world right there, and personally, I'm here for it. Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser are back for this new show, and Finn Little is returning as Carter too. We're also getting two absolute Hollywood legends joining the Yellowstone universe. Annette Bening and Ed Harris Bening is playing Beulah Jackson, who is a powerful and sly ranch boss from Texas. And Ed Harris, he's Everett McKinney, who is a seasoned vet and veterinarian who treats animals with a calm hand and this quiet humor. And there are even more new characters being introduced. Natalie Allen Lind is playing Oriana, who's described as this wild-spirited young woman. Mark Menchaca, who you've definitely seen in Ozark or The Outsider, is Zachariah, who is a man just released from jail, who's trying to rebuild his life as a wrangler. Then we've got J.R. Villarreal as Azul, Rip's right-hand man, and Juan Pablo Raba as Joaquin, a ranch worker who fixes problems big or small. So basically, if something shady needs doing, he's the guy. Sheridan himself is still deeply involved as an executive producer, even though he's letting someone else take the showrunner seat this time. Chad Feehan, who worked with him on Lawman, Bass Reeves, and also has Ray Donovan and Rectify under his belt, is running the show. And I actually love that choice because Feehan is really good at balancing emotional depth with some solid action, which is exactly what a Beth and Rip series needs in my opinion. One important detail and change from the Yellowstone is that Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser are also executive producers, which makes me insanely happy. So they will have some saying in the future of the show and how their plots evolve. And I wonder what their vision is for this new series. Let me know, how do you think their involvement in this series will change the Yellowstone story? Behind the camera, Christina Voros is directing again. If you've seen her work on Yellowstone or 1883, you know she captures landscapes like nobody else. She knows how to show the beauty and brutality of survival on ranch land in the same frame, and that's exactly the kind of atmosphere this show needs. Now let's get into the story itself, because things are absolutely going to get intense. Even though Beth and Rip finally have their own ranch, They're stepping into a whole new set of threats described as tough times and stiff competition. We don't have a release date yet, and the title could still change, but right now the working name is the Dutton Ranch, as I've mentioned. And the first trailer is expected to be out in December 2025. To be the first one to know about the upcoming trailer, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.